I'm gonna do is if we unfortunately get any other aura, we're gonna do if we get the fire aura first again, I'll run into the fire aura and run away if someone could DA me about maybe 10 seconds after we've run out of the fire aura and see if it'll save me and see what happens.
Or whatever bards in your group should be the one DA and you just because they can see exactly what's going on.
No, absolutely. But in case Kinarini, he, she, it, whatever, has it, so that's fine.
So you're the only one that's going to run in the fire aura.
Yes, I want to see what will happen to you guys if I go into the fire aura, because it says control who has the highest level. So if it's got to be controlled, one person needs it.
And only you.
And it's only going to be me as a test, because, well, if I die, I die.
And what if we get a different aura? Do we all run or just you again?
Okay, Kenny is a dude.
Be the same for all auras, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'll be the one to go in all of them. Everybody else stay out.
Okay.
I'll go into the auras. Everybody will stay at the banner. Try not to park them in the ice aura at their risk. Try to park them a little bit closer to the banner.
What if you die, Lance, and who's jumping in them then?
Icewind will be the next one. Got that, Ice? You'll be the tester if I fuck up.
Roger.
Yeah, I think if one person does it compared to how we just did it, we're gonna know exactly how how it works now.
I think we're ready.
But if that doesn't work, Lance, then are we going to just reset right then instead of wasting our time?
Oh yeah, if it fails, we'll just drop the raid and try another tactic. I don't know what, but
we all just run away.
So we doing some tests tonight then?
yes, we're gonna do some science. So
Wait,
how about this?
Lanson, I asked my buddies in Aradus Lepus if they've done this, and he gave me some info if you want me to tell you.
Sure, go ahead and say it.
So he says that the buff doesn't get consumed now, and everyone with the highest rank of the Echo, so basically just like how we had, where almost everyone had one rank, will get the penalty. I recommend not having the raid go into the first aura, and perhaps having someone you trust, one person, go into the Earth aura on the first set, and each set after until they're maxed.
Is he trying to get max echo though? Because that's how you would get max echo for the raid.
Well, he's trying to get the highest
punishment.
Rank. Yeah, the highest punishment, so we can control.
Oh, I see.
Damage. Right, because only the person with the highest level of it gets the punishment.
Can you dedicate one person to each aura?
One person.
To 5? So you not only get max echo, but then you also get through this bullshit punishment phase?
Actually, we're going to change this up. I'll go to Earth. Ice, since you've got DA clicky, you go to Fire. Let's see. Who can do...
So there was one other part. So then he says the orb tanks can then take their orbs to the proper aura and then just overwrite their echo with Earth without incurring additional penalty. The raid can just not go into any auras and heal through the dots if it's feasible, while the trusted people can grab the fire proc and also overwrite the fire echo with Earth each time.
So he's saying run into Earth. What?
Here, I'm gonna post it in the raid thing.
I mean, Earth sucks. Earth sucks because that's just a big ass rock for the person with the highest. So they need to be away from the raid, just like the fire and everyone else.
And they also have to be broken out, or else that will explode.
So, I wonder if, since all the bards have DA clickies, Howling, you'll go to Ice. Icewind, you'll go to Fire. Kinarini, you're gonna go to Earth, and the Beats, you'll go to Shadow, because you'll have run speed. The beats, you're going to get ported to that 3 side room thing up in the top. You're going to have to run back to us. Don't bring any ads if you find something that we didn't kill. You're not going to need the beats. You're not going to need the flute of the siren because of the fact that you're just going to get ported.
Gotcha.
So the other one, so when, who did I say was Earth?
Kinureni?
Okay,
Type
Kinureni.
it out in RSA.
Yeah, let's have a record of who's doing what so they all know and they agree.
And you gotta send Icewind to ice. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, so he basically is saying like the Earth, while it's like crappy, doesn't do any damage. Is kind of just like annoying. So he says the orb tanks will take them to their respective auras and then just run over Earth, so it overwrites. So they just get that, you know, the prison instead of getting banished, fire nuked, or the ice thing.
Yeah, that's what we call acceptable loss.
We
Are we
break
just-
them out of the thing too, so.
Do you have to bust them out of that Earth?
Yes. So when that Earth aura spawns, I put Kinureni. When you have to, I would say, ice run down the south tunnel. Kinureni, you're going to go to the west wall. Howley, you're going to get pulled to the centerpiece. You have no choice. It's just going to yank you there.
And we're still all going to have to go into purple to cast a.
Correct. We're all going to have to go into the purple. So every caster is going to get evac'd and just going to have to all run back. But we got to get through this first phase of just the dragon alone. So you, Ice and Kinureni, you go the opposite ways of each other and away from us, and we will bust you out. Kinureni, Ice, just survive.
Yeah, Oxmo's got a good point.
Well, luckily this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship for this. And
I'm sorry, I just thought that was funny.
oh, it was absolutely. You don't have to. I'm just saying. I was trying to be funny myself. Apparently, I failed.
Can I make a suggestion though? Switch me and Debeats so that the casters that get banished, at least the ones that are in my group, have run speed to get back.
Okay, so the beats, you're gonna go do ice. So where is that spot, Stills?
The center column there.
Yeah, but whereabouts on the center column?
Oh,
Like,
right
okay,
here.
so the beats, you'll go there. Howley will go purple. And actually, that's pretty. Oxmo did say, "Oh, who just said fire and ice is pretty good?" Stills is fire and ice. Yes, Kinureni, you will go to Earth every time an aura is called. You're going to go to Earth. Holly will go to Shadow. Ice will go to Fire, and the Beats will go to Ice.
All right, I'm liking this. Let's give it a shot.
And everybody else will try not to touch any aura.
And then who backs those guys up if they go down?
I don't know. We'll have to get them up and get them moving.
are you gonna bring the dragon to us, Riss?
Yeah, Riss. Everybody stand a little bit over to the west of the banner, so Riss can put the head of the dragon on the banner, and we'll be all to the side of it.
That means move, people.
Over here.
We should be far enough away from the aura that spawns over here, right?
Yeah, just don't tiptoe too far, Zarl.
So, Zaril, stand on the path. Nobody off the path. You have to be on the path. Otherwise, you could be in the aura.
And we're gonna be closer to the ad spawn tank, so get ready.
No, the Kinureni and everybody. The auras are going to spawn in random places. There is no set place. Like in the mission, it spawns the same place every time. It does not do for the raid. Yes, look for the rock.
Just a point of clarification. It spawns the same time until Arianar flies up. That's when it starts randomizing.
Yeah, what's wrong?
I have a question.
And the
Sure.
spots are always the same where the
Wait,
aura
Chris.
spawn. It's just random as to what aura it is that spawns in that spot.
Lanny,
You
question?
Celestial
You said you
regeneration is
needed
running.
10 people to go into the purple aura to cast 2 spells each. So it shouldn't be all the casters. It should be like assigned 10 casters.
Well, we don't know if everybody's going to be able to get 10 each or 2 each off.
Oh, okay.
You got to get 20 casts on them.
You just want to get as many people there as fast as you can with as many casts as you can to get that phase done.
Correct. So we may have the purple aura may be up for 30 seconds. In that 30 seconds, we got to get 20 casts on him to drop his protection, his barrier, or we have to wait for the next set.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. And let's get this show on the road, see what happens. And go to start hitting them. Can you back them up just a little bit, Riss, while you're still in the
Avoid
no,
rear
not
arc.
that way, other way, to
Step
your back.
into the earth aura.
Okay. Everybody avoid it. Shaman's squall. Bards, get in your position.
Avoid front arc. Rear arc safe.
And we're going to have to bust out Kinnarini once it says...
Front arc safe.
Stay away from us.
Yeah, don't come near us, anybody.
That's good, Kinnarini.
Shining down.
Keep those heels up, guys.
Celestial rapidity. Avoid rear arc.
Icewind down.
Casters kill the earth prisons.
Casters
Celestial
blow up the earth
regeneration
prison,
faded.
which is literally right behind us.
Rear arc safe.
You can assist on me for Earth Prison.
Someone go get Ice, get his body back, get him up.
Avoid front arc.
Casters, get on the Earth Prison.
So
Celestial regeneration is running.
There's orbs right
Front
here by
arc
the raid.
safe. Avoid
So we
rear
don't have a
arc.
rank 1 on the ice or on the fire.
So
Earth
he'll
Prison
have
down.
to try again.
It looks
Get
like
back
a
on the air.
fire aura right here in the middle of the raid, though.
Rear arc
Orbs.
safe.
I don't see an orb.
There's one right behind me.
It's a prison again. Behind us.
Get the prison up against the wall. West side.
Celestial rapidity down.
You can
Step
assist
into
on
the
me for
purple
prison
aura.
if you don't have it.
Go to your colors. Go to your colors.
Avoid front arc.
Northwest
Kinnarini-
is shadow.
Kinnarini
Avoid
west.
rear arc.
Earth is west, fire east.
Front arc safe.
I'm going to go
Ice
into the
middle.
earth. Trapped.
Rear arc safe.
We're about to transition.
Well, congratulations. What are your new pronouns, Elf?
Keep blowing up.
DI popped on reassist.
Keep blowing up Kinnarini's.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead?
Oh, I don't know, about 10 people on my screen.
Yeah, massive
Avoid
amount
rear
of dead
arc.
people.
Okay, get out. If you're still alive, get out.
Avoid front arc.
We never got that second Earthen Prison down. We were at it about 20% when
Yeah, I took
Rear arc
158k
safe.
from Interlopers and then another 278k from Roar of Shadow.
And I got killed by the earthen prison, which was probably Kinnarini's blowing up like it's supposed to do at the end.
So just so you know, Arianar will
Avoid
chase
the red
whoever
auras.
gets banished as well.
He will.
Celestial regeneration faded.
So what kind of run speed do you need to outrun him? Because he's ginormous.
Maybe it's the fastest run speed.
I don't think you outrun him. If he comes to chase you, you
Step into the
put you
ice aura.
directly in his path.
And he summons.
So yeah, you're
And
done.
you just say yes, sir, to him?
Is somebody still in there with invol up or something? Because I'm still hearing stuff go off.
Avoid rear arc.
It hasn't reset.
Yeah, the creature's still walking around.
He's chasing somebody.
Yeah, he just chased me. I escaped, so.
It's reset.
We popped.
I don't even what I died to, but I can tell you there was 2 swirling red orbs right in the back of the raid, and I couldn't target them, so I don't know what the hell they were.
Hit by a roar of shadow 3 times for 250k plus each.
Hey, when Gina says run to the purple aura, should I run or is it as F? Is it
Not,
for?
not that time. You shouldn't have.
Okay, no problem.
So, going again?
I don't know whether it worked or not. If you guys decided it worked, I just think we need to transition quicker on breaking the earth and stone out. Maybe have an assist just for the earth and prisons.
Let's give it one more run.
The only thing I found that really worked on those prisons were direct damage. Dots weren't landing.
Good to know.
Yeah, and I didn't think about it. On the first Earth of Prison, I didn't get Malos on it until it was already at like 50%, which is a, resist debuffer as well.
Well, my Tash and my dots landed on them.
Oh, maybe I tried them before you got Tash on.
Are you on? Also, if you died where you get banished to, you don't respawn back down at the entry point. So we'll need somebody to come up here.
Wow.
Are you on route K?
I'll be honest with you. When I saw the Tash hit, I decided, oh shit, I should get my debuff on. So that's when I cast my debuff.
Has it reset?
It has. We're just waiting for Rezer.
Are we having people run into auras that aren't active?
We had nobody run into any aura that time other than the assigned bards. Intentionally. I don't know whether anybody
We're
got
sending
into
the
it.
bards into all 4 auras every time.
That's correct. That time. All right, Cakebrook and Altair both cast group res, so everybody should have a res coming in.
You guys.
When you're vertical, move away from the bodies.
Yeah, Lanson, the way that he described it was the one bard or one person goes into the whatever aura is called, not all of them.
I think that's the trick.
That's what he did.
No. We sent
That's not what we
bards
do. We sent,
to all of them.
Right. And what Tuvi's saying is we should have one trusted person go into one aura and try to build the debuff on that one person.
I'm reading a Discord that is kind of talking about the same exact thing as sending one person in to kind of sacrifice them.
Question, if I may. So if you have one bard assigned to each color or whatever type, then that one, when it's called whatever type, that assigned bard to that type hits it. If another type is called, whatever bard's assigned to that type goes and hits that one.
No. The idea is that you have the same one bard go to the different aura so that it replaces the old aura that they have.
Okay.
You got to have something to swipe off the old aura, so they're only getting one punishment instead of spreading one punishment times 4.
Yeah, and us getting shadow plus fire plus earth plus ice, punishments all at the same time.
Then we just need one runner. That's
yes.
It.
That would be.
You need one sacrificial bard or monk, maybe, I think is better.
Why not just whoever's got like the fattest hit point pool that is not on the tank list?
Well, we're trying to see if they can counter the punishment with DA.
Why would you suggest breath?
So look, so I have an idea. Okay, Monk Purify Body removes everything.
And plus, you get mend, and you're fast. You're like the second fastest runner.
Stop running.
So like, I'm pretty sure if me and Disaster like run into whatever respective auras, we get the debuff and we just purify it off.
What's the cooldown on Purify?
I was gonna say, what's the reuse time on Purify?
A minute 30.
Perfect.
So like, me and him can alternate which one goes in. So like, he'll go in first, get the debuff, purify it off. I'll go into the next one, purify it off. At the rate that we kill, we should be able to maintain that.
I think it was the dot that killed us because we had people in all auras.
Right.
What was the
no one should be in any aura.
What
I'm
is
saying.
What is the punishment lands in or stills if nobody goes in the aura?
It looks like that dot.
Oh, the intruder's curse.
Yes.
Right, because we didn't really get hit with anything the first time because we had someone go to the aura.
Yeah, if you have the right aura on, you don't get the intruder's curse. If you do have the right one on, you now get hit with whatever that function is.
Whatever the punishment is.
Yes.
Right.
Sir, if you're there, you need to take your res.
So according to this, the Earth trap explodes a minute and 25 seconds after it pops up if you don't get it destroyed.
So I definitely think we need to get an assist on that and get those blown up as fast as possible.
In my opinion, everybody should go blow up the Earth prison. Or else we die. If that's what we're going.
The Earth is immune to melee damage.
Right, so melee can just stay on the dragon.
Yeah.
So 40 seconds after the aura spawn, 40 seconds if you have to run into the Earth, 40 seconds later will be the trap. 50 seconds after Shadow, if you have to run into Shadow, 50 seconds later you get banished. 60 seconds if you run into the blue aura / ice, you will get pulled into the pillar, and 70 seconds after you run into the fire aura, you get the fire nukes. 3 of them over a 6-second interval. Or, I'm sorry, after the aura spawn at a 6-second interval, 3 fire debuffs or fire dots drop at 6-second intervals. That's gotta hurt. That's what the health screwed us.
Right.
Another question.
Okay.
So you're sending a runner, whatever runner, to go get a debuff, right?
Correct.
At the end of, I'm assuming, a countdown, is there a countdown from the time you get the emote, hey, go get a debuff? There's a countdown to like some sort of bad shit, right?
So like I just read. So if 2V Monk runs into the Earth aura, 40 seconds later, if the cleansing or the purified doesn't work, he will be trapped in an earthen aura 40 seconds later.
Okay. My question is, if he goes and gets an aura and then immediately removes the aura, does that remove his flagging?
Yes.
Is it going to punish everyone?
It will punish everyone then, because somebody has to get one.
Somebody has to have something active when the 40 seconds counts down, right?
Probably, yes.
So if you go and get something and you immediately remove it, you just waste.
You're fucking the rest of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Let Icewind do it. I can DA myself.
I'm fine with that. So, Ice, I don't know if you have a timer, but it's 40, 50. Let me just. So Earth is 40 seconds, Shadow's 50, Ice is 60, and Fire 70.
And that just dictates the timer of when you're going to click your DA, because your DA won't last that long if you click it too early.
Correct.
So are we not really paying too much attention to Gina? Because it told me to run to fire aura.
Yeah, no one. You can disregard it at this point.
Okay. Because we're trying to do it a different way because of the way they changed it. So Yes, I know.
Oh, I understand. Yeah,
It's
that makes
irritating
sense.
to hear something tell you to run and us tell you not to run, but we need to try to control these debuffs, and controlling them is a strategy we're trying to implement.
Right, I understand.
Get your mana, everybody.
Yeah, we're on fast regen now.
But here's the funny thing: we need to be in when Grolic spawns. Casters are gonna get evac'd because of the fact that we need to be in the purple aura to just be able to knock off his thing.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll just have to take that. So,
But a
Icewind-
banishment's not that bad.
Icewind, you should put the backup order for the bards in case you go down, or in case you run into a timer with your clicky.
Hallie, or Andro, can you be Icewind's backup?
Sure.
I think the key for the
Or Canary
is going to be timing that when to do their DA and make sure that they have their DA up at the time the punishment is hitting them.
This is a steep learning curve.
But it's fun. This is what I enjoy. I mean, we're figuring the shit out of how to do it the right way, and
Yeah, no, we're beta testing 4 months into the expansion now.
exactly. Beta testing went out the window because they changed it.
So Ice, you're our go-to.
Kin is going to be backup.
Keen is going to be backup, and you're only that one person is going to run into the thing, and then, yes, this changed Kakashi in the patch on Wednesday. Do you have a timer, Ice?
I should be fine. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I just hate to see you die.
You know, right up there with seeing me die, though. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, has any guild on any server beaten this since Wednesday?
I think Tuvi's buddies did.
I'm looking right now.
All right, so we'll take this run at this. Win, lose, or draw. Then we're gonna go do something else.
Yeah, it looks like on the 9th, Ring of Valor and Inverse Logic both beat it.
That was before the patch.
Yeah, the patch was the 10th.
Nobody's beat it since the 10th, since the 9th.
Or is that nobody for the first time has beat it?
Well, right, because you're only
You're
looking
right,
at the first.
exactly. Yeah.
You're probably looking at EGL, right?
Yeah, I did, and it was Inverse Logic and Ring of Valor beat it on the 9th, but there's no mention if somebody has gone after that, because if they had already beaten it once under the old stuff, then they wouldn't have recorded their second kill of it.
Dragon Glyph might help if you have enough hit points to survive that. I'm not sure. But it lasts for 5 minutes and then it drops and it's another 5 minutes before you can get it again. So
Yeah, Dragon Glyph isn't the key to winning this.
no.
No, but it helps.
Not really, because it could just mask problems that
Yeah,
are just going to come
you're
up
not going to
after that 5
Dragon
minutes.
Glyph for the next 35 minutes.
Everybody
TBs.
hit your TBs. Let's get this show on the road.
Challenge accepted.
No, I mean TB buffs.
Oh, hold it, wrist. I thought everybody did their buffs.
Nope, so it was, just another round.
Everybody hit whoever's supposed to have done each one. So focus. I did beast buffs. So
I didn't chat our buffs already. I mean,
Benny Mud,
Shaman.
Benny Mage is the assist for the Earth prison.
So there's a handful of people not shrunk. Prima, Nutlick, Rangerness.
Nutlick.
Shrink up.
See, at least I'm nicer. I call him Nulpy.
With a spelling like that, who knows how you're supposed to pronounce it?
True, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Risk, can you do a 180?
Like a fashion show?
No, well, the turn, but find the big red bitch.
Simon didn't say to do it.
Here I am. So when you pull the dragon over, try to put yourself inside the path here, right about this edge. So we have its edge or its side or alongside the banner. So stand like right around where I am now when you place it. And let's go. Did everybody do your buffs?
Well, we need to be away from the banner, correct?
Why?
I don't know. We were away from the banner before.
While he's pulling him.
Yeah, just let him pull him in. Don't aggro him onto you. Or is Jack Hulk starting the first time? Don't stand with me. I'm just
Celestial
over here first.
regeneration is running.
Hit your tranquils. And here you go. Oh, he doesn't like slow very much.
Yeah, but he's slow now.
Jack, park yourself. Okay, good. Perfect. Much better. Everybody get on the side. Oh, no. By the hell.
Avoid rear arc.
Wrath.
Step into the earth aura.
What?
Ice go, Earth. You pull the aggro.
No, it's not my fault. I'm just swinging away
Avoid
with the
front
two-hander.
arc. Rear arc safe.
So that's a 7. Nope, that's a 40-second timer.
Front arc safe.
Jack Hook needs to apply some aggro.
Yes. Ice, could you back up just a little bit more towards the tunnel? Thank you. So we don't, because it'll trap people standing backwards.
Avoid rear arc.
Unixer, move up a little bit. Thank you.
Casters kill the earth prisons.
Blow these up.
Rear arc
Casters
safe.
go to town. If Aranar's in it, melee keep going.
You can still hit Aranar from inside.
Yeah, I figured we could.
Avoid front arc.
Got to get both these prisons down. So Rangers, anybody that can cast, get these things down.
We got one at 20%. Stick with it.
Front arc safe.
On to the next one, guys.
Avoid rear arc.
We have 1:25 to kill both of them. And when the hell did it start spawning 2 for each one?
Rear arc safe.
Since the patch.
Is it 2 people
Celestial
that have the Earth Aura,
regeneration
maybe?
faded.
Should have only been
Use
ice.
Celestial
burn if you can,
regeneration
guys. We
is
got
running.
20%. On.
Good job.
Gonna go airborne.
Step into the fire aura.
Ice, fire.
Avoid front arc.
You're going to definitely want to DA 70
Avoid
seconds.
rear arc.
And he should be going up any second now. And he's up. So now tank, get Grolic. Here he comes. Bring him around the back.
Now we all need to go to the next purple aura, right?
No.
DI
when the
popped
next
on
purple
rat
aura...
heals.
What
DI
the
heals,
popped
heals,
on
guys.
evil
Come on,
lines.
heal.
Can we get a tank on this that's supposed to be on it, please? Like
Jack Hulk's on it right now. Oh, not Grolic.
the warrior that is assigned to Grolic, please fucking pick it up.
Casters kill the earth prisons.
Why did we get Earth?
All right, we're
if no
getting
one's there?
killed here, but I got an Earth prison on target. My whole group's down.
Break line of sight with Grolic.
If you're alive, get out. That Earthling prison shouldn't have spawned. Because it was a fire aura.
Hey guys, let's start
Silence
this again.
cast.
We
Grolic safe.
We're almost there.
Oh,
So Lance,
Well, we got further this time, but I don't know about almost there.
We
right,
got
Lance, and I
airborne.
was trying to explain to you earlier.
let Stills move to a different group.
Yeah, you guys drop down to group 1. If you're alive, you got out. If you're dead, just hang out.
I gated. I'll be back to res.
Wise move.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't like slow.
Yeah, he's casting Interloper's Curse
Celestial
like
regeneration
even
faded.
when nobody is in the auras.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. If you don't have the aura that is supposed to be on you, then you get Interloper's Curse. However, I took Interloper's Curse and Roar of Flame at the same time, because whoever had the fire aura was in the raid when they shouldn't have been.
I expect that we're supposed to send one person into the auras the first round, and then the entire rest of the raid the second time, because we'll keep one person stacked above one stack.
We certainly kept
It
getting
depends
the
on what it
Earth
is,
punishment.
because you don't want one, the sacrificial bard in the beginning to have the one rank of fire aura, and then the rest of us go into ice aura, and that bard still has the one rank of fire aura, unless they just keep going into fire. I don't know.
Going into fire.
Sure, and so they have the highest rank of fire aura, but what does that do for the rest of us?
It has to be 5. And the
They
first
should be getting
they all need
punished.
to get 5 auras themselves, get the first rank, so they're all +1. Then everybody else can go into each aura they need to, and those 5 people will just go into their auras each time.
So they keep getting
That sounds
the
more logical.
punishment for their aura, but
Yes.
the entire rest of the raid is not taking the dot damage and kind of making this happen the way it's supposed to. So I think really the patch notes that say control who has the highest count is pretty much just saying skip the first round for the raid, have those people get a stack, or maybe 2 people get a stack, because
Right.
dying clears the stack.
Yep, you're using that first round to get your management of the
Yelp
auras
down.
under control by having people higher.
Okay, Brooke, are you in the
Remember
thing?
Yeah, what's up, Sildy?
I'm just asking if you made it into the instance because I'm still zoning.
Do you guys remember the dual wasp raid in COTF, where if you had both auras, it wiped the raid? This seems much like the same mechanic, but in reverse, because having those counters, as long as someone has one more than everybody else, that's the target where the rest of us will be safe.
Is it reset?
It is reset.
Right,
Yeah,
so
I'm just trying to zone in.
which means we need 4 people to go into the auras the first time.
Well, we need one person to go into one person to go into each aura every time, the same aura, and then the raid follows suit after the first 2 rounds.
Right.
When
Yes.
that dot damage starts getting unbearable.
Right.
Communication.
Just in case anybody's wondering, I lived.
Outstanding.
All right, so let's do the bards from the first run. We'll go back to that so that they have the biggest things on them.
Are we gonna give this another shot, or are we gonna go?
We're gonna res in there, and we're gonna give it one more run, and then we're gonna go do Arbiter.
I don't know if just to say it, the key to getting this kind of discovery on these encounters is quick iterations, like not sitting around for 20 minutes in between a poll.
We are making progress.
We can do that. We can learn and see a lot more of the fight, because really if we wipe in the first 10 seconds again, it's going to be 3 polls and we will have seen a minute and a half of the fight.
This is Wilbur. I crashed. I'm on my way back in.
Thank you, Sildy, for the res.
Well, since I'm alone at the banner, I don't think very many people lived. So I think we really did call it early to get out. I think it needed to be called.
If you leave and come back, it puts you back at the Stontalak.
Yeah, I just found that out.
Oh, well, I'm at the banner. I took the banner, but I'll be happy to call anybody that needs to be called. You can get Andor to move me around.
Ass and I are here.
So we're going to go with every time the auras are called, the bards are always going to go to their respective auras, and every time after the first time, the raid will only go to the correct aura.
I don't. We got to kind of wait for Lansing and Stills to come
Whatever
back.
comes out of the headshed meeting.
Yeah, I think we need to figure out what they're gonna.
And I don't think they need to keep going to their auras. They only need to go the first time it's called. Like, so say it's fire is called the first time, all the bards go to their respective auras regardless. The second time, say it's fire again, only the fire bard would go into fire. The other three don't need to go into the other auras, I don't think.
Right, because they would lose their stack of whatever aura they have, so it would
Yeah, they don't need
reset
to
the
go into
count.
the respective aura either. They're still going to be +1 because we're not going into that aura.
Right, and yeah, they just take the punishment, so they would be designated punishees.
Guys,
Yeah.
if you're stuck back by SA, it might be easier if you have ability to get to the guild hall and just take the banner, and you'll be where we are. If you don't have the ability to go back to the banner, let me know.
So once you get a stack of, let's say, 2, always stay at 2 and won't after a while go back down to 1, like toss.
Well,
Unless it's 20 minutes.
Madonna, take your red.
Yeah, they're not time based here. They're one counter for each time you got into that aura.
I know. I just want to make sure that after 4 minutes it doesn't go from 2 down to 1 or something.
No, it won't.
Counts how many times you go into that particular aura.
I got you. Right,
It has
right,
a
right.
20-minute cooldown.
Well, but it won't still be up on you to be if you go into another aura, it would wipe that first aura off you.
Right.
No, I thought the change was that going into auras doesn't wipe it off.
Andrew, go to group 1.
Is anyone else having crazy zone-in times? Because I took Sildy's res and I'm still zoning like almost 4
Real
minutes
slow.
later.
The later it is in the evening, the worse it seems to be getting.
Pretty normal for like Fridays, Saturdays, it feels like now.
Also, my reses are cursed, I guess.
You cursed me.
So I guess if you take my res, you'll be resing or zoning for like 10 minutes.
Can you res me again?
So who is not at the banner and unable to take the guild standard from the guild hall? That's what I like to hear. So everybody's able to get here.
Hey, did missile crash?
Yes, I crashed. I just logged back in.
Okay.
I think it's the first time I ever heard Missile talk.
If you want fresh mod rods, destroy the ones you got.
Do it.
I'm not even living long enough to use a mod rod.
I just realized that you don't have enough mana, so I'm just doing it.
Thank you, Benny.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna cast the damage shield too.
Zoning took forever. Sorry.
It took forever for me, and I didn't even die.
What's that? You had to wait for the res first.
Were you even in zone?
When he said get out, I gated.
No, I waited long enough for the res that I'd gone to the Western Wastes and then back to y'all. I think that's what Snar was asking me.
No, I found out Benny. Was he even in the zone during the raid?
Yeah, I called. My entire group was dead.
I was inside the Earth shell trying to beat it up, and that was it.
All right, I'm AFK for a second. My dog just came into my room here with a look on its face. I did something bad, so let me go check.
Did you put him in the clothes dryer like my wife did to her cat today? Yeah, she put some wet clothes in there to dry them, turned the dryer on, and heard a thumping noise. Opened it up, the cat was in there.
Was she learning a new way to cook rabbit?
He had a kind of, she said he had a kind of shocked look on his face.
Cat will never forgive her.
the cat will never forget. Period.
Stuff's just gonna start getting knocked off tables, puke in her shoes. That's how it starts.
My cat likes to sleep in the bathtub. And one time I turned on the shower, just sort of reached around the curtain and turned it on. I hear a cat yowl.
Well, this one digs stuff out of out of drawers and stuff, takes the clothes out.
Sounds like you should, find the nearest cat-eating person and give them free dinner.
Yeah, I'll have to ask my buddy who does rabbits, especially spotted ones.
Snarl, quit it.
The dryer wasn't any way to cook rabbit.
Well, last summer I ate some moles and rabbits. It ate rabbits.
Moles?
Come on, trolls will eat a cat.
Yeah, he'll eat the head of the baby rabbits when he catches them.
My dog brought in a whole litter of baby rabbits, in her mouth one time. She wouldn't, she was shaking her head, she wouldn't open her mouth. Finally pried it open, and she spit out 5 baby rabbits. It was bad.
Really sad story.
I had chicken for dinner. It was chicken tikka masala. Just saying.
Oh
I
my
love
God,
tikka
that is
masala,
the
man.
best.
Oh, it's so good.
Some freaking fresh naan.
I had
Scoop
fried
that
chicken
bitch
for
up.
dinner. Paneer tikka masala.
Oh, paneer is awesome.
Come to Chicago, dude. I'll make you my tikka masala.
Is that a sex thing?
That sounds like it.
It can
know.
be.
Totally no homo.
We can make it.
I'm not coming then. Forget it.
And you'll come.
Not if it's no homo.
Oh, you will, just from the food.
Nice chicken curry.
So I gotta say, I was at the Chicago Union Station, and I was like, "Oh, we're here, and we're gonna get some Chicago deep dish pizza." We went over to Beggar's Pizza. We didn't know any better, and they were all out of deep dish pizza. And I'm like, "Is this for real?" Died right there on the sidewalk.
So where'd you end up going? Are you going anywhere else?
I'm gonna on the trip back. At the end of the month, I'm gonna try again. I think it's Giardino's is nearby downtown.
Yeah. Giordano's. There's a bunch of those too.
Is that good?
Yeah, I'd say it's above average. I usually go Lou Malnati's if I want something real tasty.
Mm.
Make your tells, like your chat tells, come up in a different window each time when someone sends you a tell?
Oh, no.
Come up in one window, a towel box, and then anybody else who sends you a towel is a tab of that box.
Yeah. But, if you join Loot Council, you sacrifice that forever. So it's only a matter of time, Cyrena.
It can be fixed. It's just a pain in the butt.
That along with my sanity is gone.
Okay, so Andrew, I, and Stills talked it over. We made it through one aura. We got Grolok alive. We're gonna give this one more shot to see if we get some further further along. If we can't get further along, then we'll try something else. We want to keep you guys interested in doing COV, especially Andrew does, and express that. So we're going to give this one more shot. The 4 bards that I put out before, you're each going to get your own color aura, and you're only going to go to that aura when it's called. So let me just so it was Howley was going to go into purple and the Beats is going to get ice. That's the only change.
Yeah, your RSA says ice is in fire.
Yeah, I just changed it.
Hey, Hunky, there are people that aren't shrunk. What should we do?
You know, I think you should yell at them and say, by name, can
I
you
think we
please
should
shrink?
just focus on what the raid needs to be doing here.
I think the raid needs to be shrinking.
So there is ice is fire, Kinarini is earth, the Beats is ice, Howley is shadow. You'll only go into that aura when you're called, when that aura is called. Everybody must stack on the banner. You have to be nuts to butts on the banner, because if you accidentally get into another aura, that could have been what happened to us, might not have been, can't say for 100%. I'm going to go 50-50. So get on the banner, that way you can't potentially be in a wrong aura.
Now, we should not have all those Earth prisons, though, right? That was something that was wrong.
Not 100. Well, if someone had accidentally brushed the Earth aura when it was up, because they spread themselves out a little bit too much, because they didn't do the nuts to butts, might have been, or because, and ice, actually, you can answer this question. When you ran into fire, did your Earth echo stay on you? It didn't. Okay, so then that's what happens. Someone went into the Earth aura when they. So if everybody go into their Gina and go to, which one is this? Temple of Ishan, to your Aranar, and turn off auras. You can stay with the prisons and turn off timers. The only ones that are going to stay with them turned on are the 4 bards I called out myself. So if you are not, those 4 bards, turn off auras and turn off timers.
Do I have to do something in Gina myself?
Yeah. So go to your KOI Claws of Ishan trigger package. Go down to the one labeled Tier 2 Temple of Ishan. Event number 2 Aranar. Uncheck the box next to auras and uncheck the box next to timers. You only want the one with Aranar's triggers, which is directional AEs, and the prisons are the only 2 you're going to keep checked. Otherwise, this way you don't accidentally hear something and run because it's reflex.
Okay, thank you. I got that set. Is there a way to save it or no?
As soon as you uncheck it, just minimize it and come back into the game.
If this works, we'll update the triggers.
And you will not move away unless you're one of those 4 bards from the banner. You will stay on the banner the entire time. Tank, you're going to have to turn him so his side is, we don't have to get off this path. Your job is to stay in this path.
I'm sorry, I haven't had to go into Gina to edit it. Can someone give me a quick walkthrough?
You're just unchecking boxes is all you're doing.
So when you open your Gina, you should have your name. On the right-hand side, you'll see all the boxes and all the names go into KOI, Claws of Ishan. You're going to look for Temple of Ishan is the name Tier 2. Aranar, check the little blue box so it opens up. In there, you're going to see a little box labeled auras and a little box labeled timers. There should be a check in both of those boxes. Uncheck it.
You need to right-click your name to get the check marks active.
So yes, right click yourself, then you'll see the check marks, and then undo it.
Do we want to do the auras of banishment too, or just the regular auras?
Auras and timers. The only two you have to uncheck, because it'll uncheck the auras of banishment automatically as soon as you uncheck auras.
So we're staying here the whole raid. We're not running to the aura to tag Relic either? Or
Nope.
sorry, what's his face?
Well, we still got to run to the aura to cast on Grolith.
Only the casters will run to that, and then we'll all get banished. We'll have that, so we're gonna get banished every time. We'll all have to run back. It's gonna suck, but it's only thing I can figure out right now. Well, you said, I'm sorry, Icewind, you said the Earth Aura did disappear?
So I got the Earth Aura, and then once I ran into the Fire Aura, the Earth Aura disappeared.
So we could get banished once, but then we're always going to keep getting whatever punishment because we can't ever get rid of it. So we might as well just keep working with the purple banishment. It's safer than trying to get the fire or the earth.
We won't get the banishment if one person has a +1 ahead of us. They will get it, but the rest of us should not.
Right, so that'll always be the bard because they're going to run ahead of us. Unless we don't get any purple auras before then.
Well, once they get banished, you go down to 0. We had to do it all over.
No, they'll just keep
They
rank
stay for the
5
whole
on them
event.
the entire time. So we got to hope that we get a purple aura before we have Grolic. Once Grolic's up, we may just have to go a cycle and get the purple aura with a bard in it, and then do the second event or the second time around in order to blow them up. So they're one ahead of us.
Right, I think you're right, Lance. So the first purple aura that comes up, we'll let the bard do it. We go for the second purple aura to make them targetable. Then we know the bard's one ahead of us.
And any bard other than Howley, when you get the punishment is coming up, you're going to run into the tunnel and get the hell away from us. Just to up to the top of the steps. Oh great. The Beats ISP dropped.
I can hear Discord, but my game, the bar's down to like 9%. It's dropping me.
Do we have another bard? No offense, but do we have another bard? Or are those the only 4?
That's it. We got 4.
Okay, 2V Monk. You're going to do ice.
Every time.
Yep, because if he doesn't get back before we engage, then you're going to do ice every damn time.
Okay, cool.
And
so
you're going to
get the debuff, go in the tunnel.
No, because go in the tunnel, and then you're going to get flung across the room and smash into the rock in the center.
It's alright, dude. I got safe fall.
That should be fun to watch. Other bards, or the bards, you're going to run into the tunnel and keep dropping the fire ores, the earth, and we'll come blow you up to get you out. And Shadow, you're just going to keep getting ported all the way away.
Roger that.
The prisoners are going to spawn in the tunnel now?
Yes, the prisoners spawn up here at the top of the stairs. They'll still be targetable and hittable.
Okay.
So we'll just do a 180, run to the mouth of the tunnel, blow them up. But this way they won't necessarily spawn on us this time.
I'm excited about this.
Kenny, you're going to run to Earth, and then once you get your aura, your echo on you, you'll run into the tunnel away from us.
I didn't notice it coming up on extended target or not.
What are you talking about on an extended target?
The Earth prisons do show up on extended target once they're targeted by Benny.
Okay, because I didn't see him before.
Did you have?
Well, they're non-target. You just have to target them by hand or assist Benny Mage. They're not going to pop on our extended target window.
So you have to set something to raid assist to target.
Right. I can guarantee they were on raid assist 2 target.
Okay, raid assist 2. Thank you.
Okay, for science.
Magic.
Science. And hopefully science works a little bit better for us this time.
Totally.
All right, hit your tranquils. Let's get this show on the road.
Even if you want to send me a quick invite.
Celestial regeneration is
back?
running.
Yeah,
Hunky, you invite the beats to group.
Okay, Icewind, or Tuvi, you're off the hook. The beats is up. Or should we? Shit. Should we trust
Make 'em both run.
his?
Make them both run.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it. You guys will both run there just in case the beats drops.
Got it.
All right, let's go.
And only one could talk. It would be okay in Discord, please.
Which tank is starting, Riss or Jack Hulk?
Jack will do it. All right.
That's fine. Make sure you put yourself over here, standing, so we get hit. So if you just turn around, Jack, you'll see me. Put your body here, within the path. Don't step out of the path. So see where you're standing in that white. Don't go get out of that. Stand on the brown.
All right.
Keep them here. We'll be able, and you'll be out, should be out of the white aura, and you'll be out of the aura that spawns over there. And everybody else on the banner.
All right. Gonna hail him in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's slowed.
Celestial regeneration faded.
Good spot, Jack. Good spot. Everybody, don't get too close, otherwise you'll get caught in the white aura. So you got to step back a little bit and do maximum range.
We stay on that
Avoid
banner.
rear
The
arc.
beats. The beats. You got to come on this. You can stay there, the beats, because you're perfect.
Auras are up.
Anybody else who's got white aura,
Avoid front
you
arc.
just screwed yourself.
Rear arc safe.
So that's the beats and ice. Or no, the beats
Front
and
arc
2v.
safe.
I got my echo.
And make sure hit your squalls, please.
Oh shit.
Avoid rear arc.
Now, tank who's going to pick up Grolic, actually,
Rear arc safe.
Riss
Celestial
sense, yeah,
rapidity.
perfect. You got to get that thing picked quick.
I have an
Shining
Olympus
down
curse
on
me.
Tibiaser.
Yeah, that's just a dot.
Avoid front arc.
Everyone gets that it's zone wide.
Front arc
Well,
safe.
Not quite zone wide.
Hey, good positioning.
rear
That can
arc.
still hits.
Avoid the
Ariana
red
on the
auras.
wall.
So that used to disappear, or that never hit us if we had our correct aura. Okay,
Grolic's up.
Grolic's up, get him.
And we're
Do
not
not-
doing purple aura first timer.
Nope. Nathaniel, get out of there, please. Get off the thing. Thank you.
Pizza Res up where Grolic spawned. He's literally spawned right on top of me.
Who's Earth? Kinarini, go to the Earth.
And then stay away from the raid.
Celestial
Gotta go
rapidity
hard
Bard
on
and
down.
the east one, the bard and the purple one.
No, yeah.
Bard is currently dead.
No. We don't want to go to anything other than what's called. Break line
My
of
heels.
sight. You guys got to keep us alive, or not. So we aren't going to be able to do any Grolic, so get ready for orbs.
Casters kill the earth
Blow up the Earth
prisons.
prison.
You're gonna have to target on your own. I'm dead.
Like 70% of the raid's dead.
was like sucked in by the wall here.
Can you just drop us from the raid? Oh no, just you know what? If you can't,
Get out.
get out. Just get out. Okay. You only go to the if it's your turn. So Kinnarini goes to Earth because that's what was called. Nobody else goes into their aura till the next one spawns and we find out what it is.
I think we all need to be going to the auras to get the blockage of the buffs. Those auras block some of the debuffs that he's doing, the damage that he's doing. So I think the bards all need to go for the first round, so they're +1. And then every subsequent round, everybody has to go to the proper aura, including that bard that's assigned to that aura. So that way everybody else is protected from the upcoming damage.
Yeah, ideally, I think you've got 4 bards assigned to 4 different auras. You send them all out on the first wave, and then only the bard that's called to the right aura goes to that aura with the rest of the raid. So you've got like Icewind to Fire, right? Icewind goes on round 1, he gets the fire debuff, he's at round 1, or at tick 1 of fire. And then the next one happens, fire is called, the entire raid plus Icewind goes, Icewind's at 2, all the rest of the raids at 1. The other 3 bards have, you know, ice and earth and whatever, and they don't step into the fire aura so that they retain the 1 tick. I think that's how this is supposed to be played out.
Why do they want to retain the 1 tick though? Why don't
down.
they go into the fire?
You
as
step
well?
into another one, you lose the one you've got.
I know, but why do you need it?
Because they have to
always
stay
wanna-
+1.
Because when we
They
have
always
to go
want to
to
be
Earth,
+1 from us. So if they step into fire, they lose the ice tick. So whenever ice is called, whoever Kinnerary that was supposed to be in ice no longer is +1 from the
All
rest
right,
of the raid.
yeah, that makes sense.
So the 4 bards are just always going to eat it, like every time. And there's nothing we can do about that. Unless they
That makes
die, and then we're screwed.
Then someone else has to pick it up.
But they'll be behind.
if they die, we're all going to get the punishment. That's what it is. We won't have one up on us.
When Grolix spawns, do we need to drop healing?
Yeah, so the whole raid going into whatever R is called on the second round and letting the bard be +1 from us avoids the interloper's curse dot, which is just disastrous, and only the bard gets whatever punishment is for having the aura up or being the highest count of that aura.
So, Rinaldi, to answer your question, you can drop all the wards you want, but you really need to be splashing. So if you have all your wards down, you should be keeping that splash and cooldown because that AoE hurts a lot.
So the punishment is the AE dots. And
the punishment for not following the orbs or following the aura is the AE dot.
The interloper's or intruder's curse or whatever it is.
Right. Plus the auras each has its own like effect.
So you don't get intruder's curse if you have the fire debuff on you when fire aura is called.
So the reason why the bards need to have an extra rank is to control the bomb.
So the bards will be punished for having the highest rank of the debuff on, and the rest of the raid won't.
Right.
So the bard will get the fire dot, whatever the rank 2 punishment is. The rest of the raid that steps into fire to get rank 1 shouldn't get the fire punishment or the intruder's curse punishment.
So all the punishments are survivable as long as it's not 54 people dropping a fire aura.
Yeah, and if the bard happens to die and resets their rank level, then we need to figure something else out.
All we would do then is we would skip it and have to eat.
Right. The whole raid skips and eats the intruder's aura, and the bard starts up again from 1.
Yes, exactly. So this is what we talked about before this last round while you guys were off in the other channel. Did this exact strategy.
We'll give it a shot, sure.
Are we going to do this or do another run somewhere else?
This one one more time.
So we raised fire aura last time. For the first time.
Say that again, Ice.
So I ran into the fire aura.
Yep.
Right. The first time it came up, and so all the other bards should do it as well. Just to get the 1+.
Yeah, so you're going to go into fire every time, or the first time, and get that extra stack up. If the next aura is purple, the raid is going to go into purple. You're not going to go into purple, so you're going to get the dot, which should be okay because it's just you getting that little burst of healing.
Yeah, so as long as I have
you retain your dot of the fire, or you should always be +1 of our fire stack, whatever the rate is when the fire aura is active.
I don't see your body, Langston.
Oh, that's right. I got a res. Never mind. I got to run back. I took a res and then gated out and completely forgot.
You know what it reminds me? That is like having the previous expansion, like Essence of a Dragon. You know, that's a that nasty dot on this expansion here. It kills us, wipe us like paper mob.
The Beats asked you a question in our say there, Lanson.
Yeah, I know. I read it. So so make sure I understand this. The first set of auras up, all 4 bards run into their aura and get away from us. So they're at rank 1. Rank 2, when the aura spawns again, they're going to run into their 4 auras again. The raid will go to the one that's called. We'll be rank 1 of it, but the bard will be rank 2 of it.
You know, the bard that has that aura called, like, I don't need to go to ice if fire's called. I only need to go to ice called to take one ahead of the raid.
I don't know if it's necessary to send them into every aura spawn.
Yeah, right. That's what he just said. So only the one that's called the second time will go with the group.
Who has aggro?
So the first round, 4 bards go into 4 auras. The second time, if it's fire aura, only the fire bard goes into the fire aura with us. The other 3 stay out of the aura.
Right.
Keep their 1 stack of whatever their assigned aura is, and just get healed through the dot. So we can heal those 3 better than we can heal the entire raid. And so then, when it's Shadow the next time, the Shadow Bard goes in with the raid into the Shadow aura.
And the entire raid gets ported, right? I think is the punishment, or only that one bard would get ported. Everybody else is fine.
The bard.
Yeah, the highest stack should get the punishment.
Right,
so that's
right.
why we're focusing it on the bards, because they can drop the fire aura and get away from it, because they have the longest leap and they're the fastest.
Rona, COA check-ins real fast.
Now the question comes in: does the punishment increase as the ranks increase?
Probably.
Yes,
So-
it absolutely increases.
Okay, so with that being the case, I think that the bards should run into. Okay, so let's say round 1, the 4 bards go to their each respective aura, correct? So second round, you've got 4 bards that are +1. Let's say fire is called. They all go to fire now. That will clear all 3 other bards. If fire is called again, then the 1 bard that went to fire originally is still +1. If shadow is called, let's say for instance the next turn, only the shadow bard would go to that one, leaving them +1 and everybody else clear. But then I guess we're going to suffer the dot from that anyway.
Right, the whole point is to avoid the dot because that thing rapes people.
Yeah, so they're just going to have to be really DA'd and protected, I guess.
So all 4 bards, make sure you have some type of DA flute and do your single target only DA, your self one. So if we get the auras every minute or so, you can DA yourself with both. But I'm wondering if they run into, so say Howley's in purple, and Howley's the purple bard. All 4 bards run into their aura the first time. The second spawn is fire. Can't all 4 bards run into fire because Icewind will be higher than anybody else?
No,
But it will be out there.
All the other auras, so okay.
Bards are only going to go to their auras.
Not unless it's that one called.
No.
The
So
bards
you've
need
got
to
that
have-
backwards.
The bards need to have a +1 always above the rest of the raid, so that way they only themselves can get the whatever.
Correct.
punishment,
But if
right? So they can't
if
run
the
to
three
fire aura.
bards, if the three bards who are like I said, if purple is called, the rest of the raid's gonna run with Howley into the purple aura. Nobody
But
else
not the other bards.
Correct, not the other bards, and he will be one ahead. The next time around, fire gets called. Howley stays along with the other three, and Ice runs with the rest of the raid because he's already +1. Will be at 1.
I have a question. Every time you move to a different aura, you reset to 1 stack of whatever aura you just touched last, right?
Yes.
The 4 bards in question always have to be +1, so they hit their respective auras on the first round to get their 1 shot. Then, whatever, let's say Earth is called next, everybody plus that 1 bard that already has 1 stack is hitting that aura that round, okay? The other 3 bards, instead of just going and hitting and getting stack number 2 of their
No,
respective aura,
stop. No,
they
stop.
Earth,
They don't do anything.
All right, guys, one at a time, please.
Well, if they don't do anything, then they have their 1 stack of their aura, plus the interloper's curse, correct?
Yes, but all they're getting is interloper's course because they're not getting a punishment for the aura.
They'll get
Heal the 3 bards that are going to get the curse better than we can heal the 54 members of the raid.
The single stack of the incorrect curse has no adverse effect. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Just
Really fast. Everyone in the raid shrink. Dickheads.
But I think what he was going to get to at some point was those 3 bards, once they get to 2 stacks, they could rotate during that,
I was
giving
talking
them 1
about
stack.
continuously resetting their 1 stack. If they're not the bard on demand, then they can hit some other curse, go back and hit their appropriate curse to continuously just put themselves at 1, so that they'll only ever be at +1, not +5 at some point in the raid.
What he's saying is they're scrubbing off just to stay 1 ahead, not to get 2 ahead, 3 ahead.
Yeah,
It would work, but only if we didn't get 2 of the same auras in a row.
Yeah, if we get 2 auras in a row, then
we nuke the whole raid.
At 1.
Well, if we're assuming that a multi-stack of any 1 curse is going to be catastrophic, then there's an impossibility that any one of those bards is ever going to survive.
Okay, question. What would happen if the bards moved in like a counterclockwise or...
Every time they hit a new aura, it's going to take off the one that they're supposed to have. Bards, run to your aura. First time, raid, stay put. Second aura called, everyone runs to the aura except the bards, unless you're the bard for that aura.
Well, whoever came up with the other thought of run into the correct one first, knock it off, and go back to 1 is not entirely wrong, because it would knock off. They'd be going with the rest of us.
Right. Knock off the protective one that they need when they went back to the one that they're supposed to have.
Right.
So they would still end up getting hit with the punishment.
Right, but they'd only be still at the rank number 1 instead of being at rank number 2. Everybody, the rest of the raid would be 0 rank. They'd be back at rank number 1.
Yeah.
So
then everybody be rank 1.
I think that's going to lead to a problem where we have someone knock off their rank, not get back to their other assigned aura, and then have everyone hit the curse again, or everyone get the same punishment again.
That's why I said if they just rotated, instead of trying to get back to their original aura, if they had a rotation where they each went to 1 different one. But that's a lot of work, a lot of legwork.
That is honestly, everyone, that's just overcomplicating it. It's not that difficult. The bards need to have 1 more aura of whatever their color is than the rest of the raid. So they just stay. They don't go with the raid unless their color is called.
I'll be right back.
So they're not
Screaming at me to
stacking
put to bed.
I think that's what people are misunderstanding. They're not going into the aura, their assigned aura, every time. they're only going into their assigned aura the first time, and then when it's the active aura with the rest of the raid. So they should stay at 1 stack, except for any time they join the raid in the aura. So they might stack up to 2, 3, maybe, but we haven't even seen 3 of the same aura in any of the attempts.
Right. So
when you guys say the word bard, I'm stopping to listen because if the bards know what they're doing, I'm good with that, and I'm ready to roll. You know, I think it's just too much of the going over and over and over and over.
Again, honestly, everybody input is great, but we're all trying to say the same things, and everybody's assuming that their way of saying it is a better way of saying it. The bards just stick with their auras and don't follow the raid unless it's to their auras.
Okay, so I have
We
a
want
quick
the rest of
question.
the raid to stay on the banner, except when we're going to the aura call.
Hey,
I'm sorry, who had the question?
I just
Go ahead, Glenn.
so do you want us to turn our aura triggers back on then, since now we're going to be running to the auras?
Lance will call which aura we need to run to.
Okay.
And do you want it to stay on the banner except when we are going to that aura as a raid?
Yes.
With the exception of when you have to go to Grolic, when you have to cast on Grolic.
Okay. Everybody needs to scoot up.
All right, I'm ready.
Lance, back yet?
He said he had to go.
He had to put his daughter to sleep.
And in case anyone missed it, we don't do anything on Grolic till we drop his shield. So all you're doing is standing at the banner when Grolic comes out.
Yeah, so when Grolic spawns, the raid just needs to worry about the ads, and we'll get to there when we get there.
Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna do all 4 bards to their thing, and then 3 will sit in the center. The one that gets called, or the aura that gets called, comes with us, correct?
Correct.
And 2V, since his ISP is dropping again, you're gonna stay on ice. And no one get too close to the center pillar, because otherwise you'll get hit with ice.
Better have some people put me on extended target, because if I die, it's gonna fuck up all the.
Yeah, so keep the bards on target. Keep 2V on target.
If we lose a bard, or if a bard dies and loses their debuff, all we have to do is skip that aura and heal through the dot.
Yeah, that's great. Who's starting?
Wait, question, Linson. What's the timer on the dots?
You mean which dot?
Like the punishment.
That's the 40, 50, 60, 70. So your fire aura, 70 seconds after the aura spawn, your punishment's going to hit. Ice is...
I'm talking about the raid's punishment.
That is the raid. So your punishment was like when we ran into fire the very first time, 70 seconds after it spawned, we got hit with the punishment.
Check.
So Earth is 40. That's the fastest one. Shadows to 50. Ice is 60. So 50 seconds after and we have to run into purple. Howley will get banished 50 seconds later.
Are you starting up, Riss, or Jack? Okay.
Good talk. Didn't tell us.
Oh, he said.
Oh, he did. Okay.
All right, yeah, Lanson, whenever we're ready, let me know.
Celestial regeneration
hit your
is running.
TVs. That's Tranquil Blessings. And let's go.
So
And just start hitting them. Don't stand in the ice.
The beats is LD.
Yep, we know.
Avoid rear arc.
Bards, go to your auras.
Avoid front arc. Rear arc safe.
Got my echo.
Front arc safe.
So the next aura that's called, the 3 bards will stand in the center. The rest of us, including the bard that's color,
Avoid
will run.
rear arc.
I will call it.
Bard or monk.
Casters kill the earth prisons.
There's the earth prison. Casters blow it up.
Rear arc safe.
And on the pathway here.
Avoid front arc.
Sorry, I didn't see it.
Front arc safe. Celestial regeneration faded.
Earth prison 40%.
Avoid rear arc. Avoid the red auras.
Avoid red aura. Good
Celestial
job.
rapidity.
Come back.
Rear arc safe. Yelp
Can
down.
you turn him a little bit to your right, Jack? Thank you. Ice aura, get around the pillar. Everybody around the pillar. Step
Avoid
in,
front
get
arc.
back out to the banner. Once you have your aura, get back to the banner.
Avoid rear arc.
Aranar's up, get Grolic. Get the pets off.
I need heal.
Save Icewind.
Howley down.
Get Howley rezzed. We're going to have to skip the purple aura. He's slowed.
Casters kill the earth prisons.
Get the earth prison.
Celestial rapidity down.
Ah, shit. You guys need to move.
That's like the whole damn raid.
You can blow it up from the inside.
2 earth prisons.
I have target on 1 earth prison, and I'm in it.
We're going to have to skip the fire aura this time around.
Avoid the red auras.
Ice, you're out. Good. Thank you. Keep Ice alive.
Get on the 2nd earth prison.
So, Kinnarini, you're going to need to run away every time the auras are up. Same with Ice.
Earth prisons are
Stand
clear.
here. Get the orbs. Tanks, get your orbs. Earth aura is good. Everybody get into the earth aura, which is the back far corner. Get to earth and go. Oh, shit. That's going to suck.
Other auras on your way back, especially ice.
Kinnarini, you're good. You don't need to run away. Actually, yeah, you need to run away. Ice, you need to run away. And Howley, get ready to vanish.
Merges down right at the banner.
Put a murder up, please. And an excellent job, everybody, on the orbs. That was good.
Casters kill the Earth
Melos
prisons.
is on. Roloff.
Get the Earth prison.
As them, nuke them. It's easy to kill them.
He's also slowed.
Every time he goes under, he's going to come back up without debuffs. So he'll need slowed every time.
Healing Frenzy down. Avoid
You
the
should
red
not have
auras.
Echo of Ice.
Southwest, red over.
Get out orb tanks. Do what you did already once. Everybody else should be at the banner. Get Ice rezzed.
Howley's down the hallway.
We have
I'll go
orbs on.
drag you.
Aura, fuck. Purple aura. That's what we need. But, fuck.
Shadow Southwest, or Shadow Southeast?
Yeah, don't have anybody with it high enough.
No, talking to the tank guys.
Just start nuking him, and then get back to the banner.
His barrier fell.
Raph has Echo of Shadow too, so don't worry about it. I'm definitely getting punted.
Thank
again.
you, Raph. Everybody can start nuking on Krolik. Oh, no, go back to the banner, get back to the banner. Because he's just doing his rounds.
Casters kill the Earth prisons.
Kill the prison. You gotta run away, Kennerini, please.
I'm in the prison.
Yelp down.
Me too.
My pet is doing.
I'm burning it from the outside.
Get the orbs.
Kennerini ran away.
Apparently he was purple. He dropped in the hallway.
Avoid the red auras.
Well, now he's dead.
And we're all gonna be dead because these prisons are gonna explode and we can't kill
DI
them.
popped on Super Fangs.
Tried to kill.
Celestial regeneration is running.
Casters only.
Door burn if you can.
I have all the orbs.
Lost Mariner work.
Shining down.
Almost impossible to kill them from inside.
Oh, hey, there's one. That's
Need,
better.
who has the orbs?
One down, second prison. Get on it.
I need these orbs killed off me.
Bring the shadow orbs into the shadow.
Shadow Southeast. Shadow Southeast.
Another prison.
Another prison.
Yeah. Well, the Shadow Aura is gone now, so.
His barrier's gone, so we can actually do damage to him. Heal
All right,
like
get on the
crazy.
prison first, guys.
Oh well.
Heals, heal. Oh.
It was nice to see us get farther.
Incoming res, see bro.
What killed everyone?
The earth and prison
The earth
blowing up
exploded.
Yeah, that Kinnereni or whoever's running Earth needs to stay away from the raid.
We had
died.
3 Earth prisons at one time, and we ended up getting 2 of them down. We had the 3rd Earth prison at 60%. And it blew up.
DI popped on Sildies.
Live, get out.
Kennerini was running down the tunnel and purpled part of the way there.
Flurry of life down. Avoid the red auras.
I think this strategy is the one though. Like we got much further than we did before.
It did seem like we were establishing a balance. We just didn't get lucky with the aura to be able to get the shield off of Grolith the first 2 times purple came up.
We didn't do.
Yeah, that last.
So in all honesty, the thing I was most concerned about this event for us was getting the orbs into their aura, and Tanks, you did a phenomenal job.
Celestial
So
regeneration
I will say that I
faded.
failed on that last round because I had just gotten punted from the Shadow Aura, and I'm running back and the orbs respawned. I saw it on Salvadon, but there wasn't anything that I could do about it. So we might need multiple tanks on Shadow Aura. Shadow Aura.
Reset.
You might have to fix. You might have to fix whatever was going on in the background there, man. Sounds like you had one out of control.
And by the way, those prisoners, guys, it's we can kill them. I was stuck with Jack Luke in one, and we killed it by melee. No.
Kill him.
Prisons are immune to melee.
You were. I was in prison. Whatever.
So we can use our two-handers.
Yeah, that's what I did.
If I might comment, it seemed at I think one of the later instances of the Earthen Prison, it seemed like two prisons may have been on top of one another. I was inside, I was targeting like what was surrounding me, yet I could not see my target, right? And I couldn't cast on it until
I saw 3.
one of the two were gone. There was a change in the screen, right? Then I could cast on like the second one, but the first one I was completely inept. I couldn't do shit.
You're right. I saw that also.
So, Kenny,
That's what I called out that cast them inside.
Kenny, when you were running, what level prison or what level was your echo? Or just ignore me, that's fine too. It was okay, so we get 2 prisons on Aura rank 1. We get 3 prisons on Aura rank 2. So we'll probably have. Yeah, it's reset. I think.
But if he runs in the hallway, he would be the only one getting prisoned.
Right. I'm just talking out loud of how many are we going to have to worry about when we get to when he gets to rank 5.
Well, it's ideal if the prisons don't capture anybody, and if they are all popping up in the hallway, they're not gonna fuck the raid up.
So, Lanson, I wouldn't worry about the ranks adding up because bards can always really easily reset their rank by hopping into like the ice aura and then hopping into the fire aura where they should be to reset fire to 1, so that they're always still +1. Does that make sense?
Or a monk could too, right, with their cleansing?
I kind of said that, and I got it wasn't pretty.
Are we going in soon?
Couple minutes. We got to get mana and everything back.
It was a nice attempt, guys. By the way.
Are we doing the same one?
It's almost 11 o'clock, so.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I'm gonna try. At this point, I don't want to get into something new.
Kinnarini runs down the hall, right? All the earthen prisons will spawn where kind of in his general vicinity, correct?
Right. He can according to what Zlock wrote, you can outrun the earthen prisons. So as long as he keeps running, and if he runs all the way back to where Andrew gets banished to, he'll avoid them. He stays there until they blow up. So one person just watches for them to disappear, and then he comes back.
Total hypothetical. Put a mage in his group, have him run down the hall, all 5 will spawn, mage COHs him out of the thing, and we just ignore him.
Well, just we lose Bard.
You have a bard in, well, I guess with the beats gone. Okay, well, we usually have a bard in one of the caster groups.
Right. Howley.
Right. So if Howley does Earth and runs down the hallway, whatever mage is in his, after all 5 or however many of the stupid things spawn, whoever's the mage in his group just COHs him out.
You know what? Holly, would you mind, or Andrew, would you mind taking?
We can try, sure.
I'll take purple. I don't mind running back. It's fine.
That's like a good idea.
Right, so is the beats back on ice until his ISP blows up again?
You guys are both going to be on ice. I just don't want.
By the way, I was back for that last attempt after it started, though.
But if you drop in the middle again, then we're screwed.
Yeah.
So.
Fine, I'll go in the aura too.
Or you know what? We don't need both of you. Just, you know what? We're just going to use you, 2v. You will do the ice. The beats, you can just hang out and you can DA him.
He
How
can
about
DA
that?
you, Tubi.
Exactly.
The ice doesn't really. It's a 1-hit damage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, from what I could tell, when it slams me against the wall, it does like 280k or some shit like that. But I didn't notice any damage beyond that point. Although I noticed that even though when ice was called, and I went in ice, I still somehow got Interloper's Curse.
Because you didn't have the right aura.
Ice was called.
I don't think ice blocks Interloper's Curse.
Going into the correct aura should block Interloper's Curse.
Not necessarily. Interloper's Curse is not avoidable. Whatever comes after the auras is down is what it's blocking. So we're not taking that damage. The first
Fire nuke or the being thrown by the ice or the being banished or being put in prison is what gets blocked. Interlopers, you're just gonna get.
Well, if you look on the first time, that we got you guys all your first level, we all took damage in the center from interlopers and whatever the zone wide thing is destroying us. That's why it hurt so much. The second time around, we only took interlopers because we were blocked. If that makes sense.
I know when I had the Earth Aura up, I didn't take any damage from the next set.
So are we going again?
We're going to give it one more shot.
MGBs, please.
Can't tranquil quite yet.
So if going into the aura doesn't stop you from getting interlopers, as long as one person has a rank that's higher than everybody else, I don't see why anyone has to go into the auras.
In order to avoid the other direct damage that happens.
But I thought that was targeted as the punishment for the person.
No. The punishment is a third thing. So you have three things. You have interlopers aura, which is the dot. Then you have the punishment for the person who's the highest rank, and then you have the blockage of the using the aura blocks whatever comes in.
I got sense.
So Earth blocks Interloper's Curse.
Whichever.
That's the last line of all the echoes.
So Roar of Earth is the thing that's coming in and kicking our ass in addition to interlopers. Stepping into the correct aura blocks Roar of Earth. So we're gonna do so Howley, you're gonna do Shadow, or no? Who's doing?
Well, do we want to try the COH thing? Try the COH thing. I'll do dirt.
You do dirt, so you do the COH. Kinarini, you're going to do purple, so you'll get banished into that corner. Make sure you hit your DA too, so you can survive it, because you'll still get hit with that dot of Interloper's Curse all the way out there. The 2V is on ice, and ice is on fire. Let's win one for the Gipper. How about that?
Old school reference.
The hell with the Gipper. I want my coins.
We're trying.
I appreciate it, man. It's just we're gonna get it. I really think we're very close to getting a proper flow there. And as it's already been said, outstanding job on the orbs, guys. Pulling those orbs.
Did we get a new mod rod? And I guess it would have helped that down.
Yeah, sitting down helps. Here comes the mod rod. You're the first one who's needed one all night.
I think
Thank you.
4 mages just casted mod rods by the duplicate lore items are not allowed messages I'm seeing.
Sorry, I thought I told everybody it was my turn tonight.
No, everybody cast it. I mean, mod rod was called. They clicked it. That's fine.
Good habit. Okay, good habit.
Is that a robe clicky or a cast?
And it's fast. You can just do it all night long. Maybe I shouldn't have told him that.
It's not fast. It's a slow casting spell.
It doesn't have much of a reset timer though. It just once it's casted and you can do it again.
It has no cooldown.
That's the word I was looking for.
So the only healer we lost was Omerta?
Yep, Benasi's taking out 26.
Snar, can you wait for just this one attempt? And then it's the end of the night. Or he's got me on that door.
Well, I'll be leaving. I got some relatives just came in, grandkids from Florida. Only here for a couple of days.
You don't
Do they have
sound old
birds?
enough to have grandkids.
Am I old enough to have grandkids? Yes. I'm almost old. I'm old enough to have great grandkids if the other one gets busy.
Gets busy, Star says.
Well, did you hear the laughing in the background?
Pardon me?
Oh, no, we heard grandkids. Or when you said it gets busy, I heard laughing in the.
Yeah, they thought that was funny. They're sitting here on the couch.
Right, we 2 shamans down, so.
Hey, Mike, get busy. I could be a great grandma.
Should we call it then? 2 squallers gone.
Yeah, that's no. They're done for the night.
I can bring one in real quick if you want me to.
Same.
You want to
Same.
bring Tick in?
Bring them in.
If I make Tick, we lose the bard.
No, we need the bard.
Let Stills or Hunky bring a shaman in. If we're
Well,
good.
they can both bring one and we'll have 2 shaman. So get them here quick.
Alright, I'm bannering in just a sec.
The Atel for the DZ ad.
Give me 30 seconds.
It's gonna be about 4 minutes for me, and I'm gonna kick my robe. I'll send Andrew Hotel.
Yeah, I mean, I can bring mine too, but.
Shit, I can bring mine.
This isn't gonna mess up anybody's other timers or anything, right?
No, I'm bringing an alt shaman. It's geared and stuff. You'll be fine.
He likes shaman, so he made a few of them.
And backups for our backups.
Yeah, part of my B squad.
Shamans.
But I've already got the triggers and everything, so.
If you do well enough, we're gonna make you mage chains.
If I do what?
If you do well enough, we're gonna have to make you mage chains. But
We have main shamans here.
Did anybody make an X target for an Earthen Prison? Does AN_E work?
You might not want to do E because, well, I don't know, maybe EA. That's an earthen aura. And there's an earthen orb.
Oh
Yes,
shit.
you'd have to ask. You'd have to have enough letters to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah, but we're just gonna bypass those, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, as long as Howley runs like the wind, then we're good.
Howley can only run like a bard.
So I'm gonna get myself ported to Western Waste, then I'll send you an invite, Andrew.
Okay.
And yes, I'm sending you some arms there.
Thank you.
I intend to switch it a sec.
Not a problem.
Is your shaman's not in the guild? Do you need me to step outside and COH you to the NPC?
Nah, it's fine.
He's used to doing this run. Thank you, Kennig.
Welcome.
So tanks, keep up the excellent work on those orbs. You can make or break the raid by having 3 of any one type of orb up. Makes us explode.
Does anybody else need pet toys since I'm loading them?
I do, Cyrena.
But yeah, so yeah, put me in Benny's group because I am gonna need a call here once I zone in.
Orbs aren't bad at all. Just the those cocoons fucked us on that.
But I think we figured that out by not getting them to drop on the raid.
And I don't need buffs or anything once I get there.
So the real kick is going to be knowing if you have that earthen aura or the earthen echo on you, get the hell away from the raid.
That's you, because we're going to cough you.
Well, we all have it if we go into the earthen aura.
Right, but whoever has the highest is the one that's going to get punished with it.
And that'll be you.
Highest rank.
I reiterate that everybody needs to stand shoulder to shoulder on the banner.
Last call on toys.
When you're at the raid stills.
Yeah, just waiting for him to zone in to call him.
Almost there. Sorry for the delay, team.
No more toys for anybody?
Make sure you drink when you get here.
I know you need them, you're just not asking, so I'm just going to give them to you.
Well, if anybody needs a new mod rod, drop your old rod and grab your socks, and I'll send you a new one.
Somebody just sent them again. I just got the duplicate lore items.
I don't figure you're going to ask me for a mod rod anytime soon.
Zone it in, Benny.
I haven't clicked the mod rod all night.
Nor have I.
Yes,
think-
please, Kennig.
I think when some people die, they click them.
Yeah, no, that's why I just spam it out. If you have one, don't worry about it, you know.
You're in your slow zoning.
I know.
Me?
Call.
Yeah.
So Hunky Rogue's Shaman's gonna go into group 6. And we putting where are we gonna put, are we gonna get an extra person into group 5?
I thought Hallie was with the mages so we could cough him.
Will be as soon as Stills gets called.
Stills shaman.
Two.
You gotta get...
Holly's gonna go into with the mages, but Stills dropped in order to get his shaman into the other melee groups. I wasn't sure if there was another someone sitting on the bench or not. That wanted.
next run, the part of Stills will be played by TBSer.
I've cast it a couple times.
Does this mean I'm number 1 now, Stills? Or
No, you're still number 2, I think.
It's gonna be a fight now.
You're gonna be 3 get outparsed by a shaman.
Stills has got the only shaman that's carrying daggers. I just want you to know that.
Hey, I got over 1.2 mil on Slandakar last night on the raid.
With the chamois?
Bravo.
With his other shaman, with his main shaman.
I
This
thought that
is
was pretty.
scrub.
Shaman.
Everybody ready?
Hit your tranquils. Last attempt for the Gipper. For whatever else you want to make it for.
Celestial regeneration is running.
So just gonna say it one last time. 2v monks ice. Howley is purple, is earth. Kinnarini is purple, and ice is still fire. And we can go.
Yeehaw.
All right, healing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shining down.
Slowed. Go ahead and do some DPS.
Avoid rear arc.
So watch out for the auras. Get into your 4 colors, bards, and monk.
Avoid front arc. Rear arc safe. Front arc safe. Celestial regeneration faded.
Howley's down.
Celestial rapidity. Avoid rear arc.
Okay, so we'll have to avoid the earthen aura.
Rear arc safe.
Wrist, don't stand so close to ice. You're going to get hit with fire bombs.
Avoid front arc.
Can I get a res on Holly?
Shining down on Barrack Sun. Front arc safe. Avoid rear arc. Avoid the red auras. Shining down on Evelon. Shining down on Sildi. Shining down on Rias. Rear arc
He
safe.
should be going up any second now. There he is, so get Grolic in.
Call your pets back, please.
Celestial rapidity down.
Slowed. Get in the purple aura. Everybody in the purple aura and blow him up.
Alright, how has their dirt aura on him again?
Okay, we'll be able to do defensive, or we'll be able to everybody back to the banner. Stack up on the banner. Once that's down, then we'll be able to go in and damage him.
It's down.
What the hell?
Holly needs a res.
Everybody,
Got it.
get in on, start hitting them.
Are we hitting Grolic or Aegonar?
Grolin, Grolic.
Ari is out of commission until Grolic is at like 40%.
I can burn him, right?
No, you cannot burn. Otherwise, we'll get so many ads that we're fucked.
Okay.
There's the Guardians. Everybody back to the banner. Back to the banner. Get the orbs. Bring them in. Get the Guardians to the banner.
Celestial regeneration is running.
Get them slowed. Get them
DI
killed.
popped on Lansons.
Grolic went down, so look for the brown aura in the ground. Oh, he's back. Get Grolic back, please. Earth aura. Everybody get in the earth aura. It's a pillar. Get into it. And Howley get ready to run away.
Evil, take fire orb to fire. We're not tanking them. We're taking them.
Get that one Guardian over here. We need that Guardian back at the banner. Good job.
Hey, Evelon, that Earth aura needs to, or the orb needs to go in the
Casters
appropriate
kill
aura.
the Earth prisons.
I'm not taking them.
COH Howley?
Coming. Stay off the channel.
Get on Grolic, or is there a prison up?
There's
I'm
4,000 prisons.
Yeah, I'm trapped in a prison. I call them.
So just forget Grolic now. Get the prisons.
There's 30.
DI popped on Sildies. DI popped on Ass Dragons. DI popped on Ass Dragons. DI popped on Rathanils. DI popped on Evilons.
Yeah, if you just turn and hit
DI
F8,
popped
it
on
seems to
Odgers.
target it.
So one more fiery orb and we're all dead
DI
anyway.
popped on Stumpards.
Getting out.
And when all these earth
DI
orbs
popped on
or prisons
Kabrooks.
were
DI
fucked,
popped on Altairs.
Should we all
DI popped
Get
on
out. Get
Rathanils.
out. Yeah, just get out.
Yelp
guys,
down. DI popped on Enloyaltixes.
If you can get out.
I can't even.
I'm stuck in a ducking position, so I can't even do anything.
Yep.
So,
I assure you I cast Call a Hero, but I think when I called Howley back to the raid, it literally spawned all the prisons on us.
Yeah, you got to
Maybe
wait
we
for a
have to
40-second timer. When at 40 seconds after the aura hits and spawns, that's when the punishment's going to hit. So he has to stay running around in a big circle back there for 40 seconds to avoid spawning the prisons on us, or he can just stand in one spot, get hit with it, and then call the hero out. I think that's probably a better idea.
That's what I did. As soon as I got hit with it, I told Benny to call me.
Yeah, so forgive me, but I did hear 4 voices, and one of them was Andros saying, "Call me," and I called him. And the second I called him, I ended up in a prison.
I'm not mad. It's a learning lesson. We're still learning this. This is a disaster.
Well, maybe we should wait a little bit so that all the Earth and prisons spawn. Only the first one had spawned, maybe.
The only way we got as many as we did is that we all had the same count.
So how many?
We died at one point, so yes. But then I ran back into it, and something pasted me again as soon as I stepped back out of it.
So then you died a second time. So we all got rank 1 at the same time.
Oh, you know what? And I did have Earth on me because that's where I had to go. That was the aura you called.
Well, yeah, I called Earth because I thought we were set, and that's the one that was called. But unfortunately, since he died, he was back at rank 0 again. And I
Well,
didn't think that.
On a positive note, we did get the damage shield off of Grolic, and we did get our first wave of Guardians down.
I think we figured out the mechanic. We just need to fine tune what we're doing.
Is it reset?
Every attempt we did made more progress, and that's a win to me. It's better.
So, just one quick thing. Tanks, you did awesome on the orbs. The only thing you need to do is those Guardians get pulled to the banner so we can AE them and kill them right there, because one was over by Grolic for some reason.
Yeah, we just gotta be careful with the AE taunts. They're both orbs.
I agree. Do not AE taunt because somebody took my fire orb.
same thing with my earthen orb. I had it all around me, and then all of a sudden it was gone, and I was sitting in the aura with no orb.
I got to tell you, the AE debuff on the Guardians is important too. I mean, I was able to do it one time, and every one of them had the best debuff that we have. So that was good as long as they're stacked.
Is there a way to avoid the prison, or something we're doing wrong, or?
Not something you're doing wrong, bud. We just got to figure that piece out.
I'll change the tank lineups for next time so that way orb kiters are only kiting orbs. And
Guardian, yeah.
Right.
I mean, super res you.
Because as long as you get your orb to the aura every single time, you shouldn't have to tank or kite more than one thing.
Are we done for the night, you guys?
We're gonna call it on that.